like the ambassador was one mentioned, women are smart, but most of them are hesitate to show their potentials. So from me to the young Cambodian girls or Cambodian women, I would like to say, do not let fear define your limits. You need to step out of your comfort zone. I can say moving out of the comfort zone is intimidating, it's exhausting, but it is one of the way to learn and to strengthen yourself for a better life.
Greetings, German Ambassador to Cambodia, Stefan Messerer, and our young Cambodian candidate ambassador, Norakvattey. So my name is Usaran, a news reporter from Cambodianess. It's my pleasure to sit here and listen to your experiences and reflections to be shared regarding on the Girl Takeover Day. Norakvattey, she is taking on the role as the German ambassador to Cambodia for a day. So I would like to ask about your experiences. So what did today's activity teach you that you could not have learned in classroom, and how will these experiences shape you professionally and influence your future goals?
Thank you, Wong, for the questions. As for today's activities, it exposed me to a practical side of diplomacy, and mostly in classroom only provide a theory, I can say, while during this activity, it has strengthened my interest in pursuing my career regarding law and diplomacy. While it has encouraged me to develop in stronger communications and analytic skills.
So because like you join a wide range of meetings and discussion accompanied by our ambassador today, so do you think the schedule is quite busy or hectic for you?
Yes, well, actually, the schedule was really continuously, but I can say I'm still proud of myself that I have achieved and go through all of the schedule successfully.
Okay, perfect. So, Mr. Ambassador, after observing today's like Norakvattey activities, what do you think about youth engagement in diplomacy, and why do you think it is important or crucial for young people to engage or experience themselves in diplomacy?
Well, diplomacy, when you look at it historically, it has been there forever. I think it's definitely a job that won't disappear. It will not be replaced by artificial intelligence. What is diplomacy? Diplomacy is all about contacts. It's about meeting people, it's talking to people. Also talking to people who might not necessarily share your views, and I think that happens quite often. Nevertheless, we should never give up talking, because what's the result? If we don't talk anymore, there's just other solutions, and we see it out there where it happens, it's war. So nobody can want that. That's why diplomacy is really important. And I think to have an aspiring young woman with potential to become a future leader in this country with an invested interest in diplomacy, it was an enjoyable day for me, because she did show that she has the skills to take over my job, and she did it.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ambassador. So, like Mr. Ambassador, he mentioned a lot about your hard work during today's Girl Takeover Day. So, as a 19 years old law student, why do you decided to step out of your comfort zone and apply for this rare opportunity? And after today's activities, what was the one thing that you think it is challenging for you?
As a 19 years old student, I choose to step out of my comfort zone because I think I need to face unfamiliar challenges. By just staying within a comfort zone, I cannot grow, and it's limit my potential. So I do not want that. And after I joined this activities, I exposed myself, and what I found is me being myself against, I can say, against the outside world. Speaking, using my voice, raising my advocacy in empowering women, youth leadership and also empowering younger generations.
Because you have background in law, you are now studying second year, I guess. Is it correct? Third year.
Yes.
So why it is related to your academic study, the program itself?
Yes, well, actually, I am pursuing in law, but my interest, I am more interested in international law. So it's similar to international relations. So with taking the role of the embassy, I get to learn how the diplomacy with regard to the communications with the outsider, with the partner, so that I can use the opportunity to boost my educations and my background knowledge, as it inspire and also it's reflect my future career as well.
So, Mr. Ambassador, as she mentioned, like she has ambition towards her future goals. So, what do you think about? Because you have been serving as a German ambassador to Cambodia for several years already in Cambodia. So, what have you seen about the gender equality and women leadership in Cambodia, in our country?
Thank you very much for that question. I think that the legal framework here is pretty good. What it lacks sometimes is the implementation. So gender equality, it's not so visible yet. When I look at government, for instance, well, there is few women in top positions, the decision makers. When I look at the economy, there is a couple of women in important positions. But generally, I think there's a gap, and Cambodia is working on that. I know that, and we perceive that very well. I do not want to say that we do not have that gap in Germany too, because, well, we are not yet at a 50-50 level in Germany when it comes to, well, equal opportunities. Cambodia sees the problem and it's tackling it, and it's good to see that the number of women getting into decision-making positions is growing. So the country is definitely on the right way, and there is young, ambitious women like Vattey who are waiting for the right call at the right time, and then they stand ready to step into positions, be it in politics, be it in civil life, be it in administration, or be it in the industry.
But do you think that her experience today can inspire other young Cambodian girls to step out of their comfort zone and begin their work on their ambition and future goals?
Well, I do hope so. At least she has shown potential, and she has shown clearly that women can achieve everything that men can achieve. The point is, quite often, women might still be a bit too hesitant and they might underestimate their capabilities. But of course, they're capable of doing everything. And Vattey is a representative of that, well, young, powerful, strong youth with a vision. And my feeling is that she follows that vision. She pursues her dream. And so eventually she will make it happen, and she will stand as an example, convincing others to follow suit.
So I also hope that her experience today can inspire other young Cambodian girls as well. So back to Vattey, because you join many meetings and discussions ranging from women equality, public sector, and other important topics as well. So do you think that today's activities are important for strengthening relations, diplomatic relations between Cambodia and Germany?
Yes, well, actually, I think all the meeting for today is mostly I see the reflections of how they're working, strengthening diplomatic between Cambodia and Germany particularly. And for me personally, I am, as a student, learning things like this may be hard for me at this level, but I think this is one of the opportunity for me to expose myself with regard to diplomatic work, and not just a work. It's mirror the cultural understanding between the countries, between the Cambodian and Germany, to be specific, and also they play an important role for the youth development in long-term, I can say, bilateral relationship between Cambodia and Germany.
Yeah, so because you also joined with her, do you think like today's schedule is normal for you, or quite hectic or busy for you, or is it the regular meetings that you always join every day in Cambodia?
Well, not every day is the same, of course. Today we had a pretty packed schedule. Normally it would continue in the evening as well. There's receptions, there is meetings, well, the more official ones and sometimes the more private ones that come on top of that. But apart from that, that was kind of an average day. Maybe today we had more of talks where we got explanations of things we do, of areas of cooperation. Normally we would have more discussion on ways forward, on well, areas where we can jointly work together, where we can make progress to further our bilateral relations. That was maybe a bit unusual today, more of an explanation, as I said, but apart from that, a pretty average day that you could experience.
So, Mr. Ambassador, like for you personally, do you want to see more young people engaging in diplomacy? Like maybe they're not from diplomacy background, but can they explore in this field?
Interesting question. Of course, I would like to see more young people in diplomacy because, you know, young people, they come in with fresh ideas. This is what we need from time to time. And well, I just take that from talking to my kids. They're about the age of Vattai, and they have completely different views on things, and they have new ideas. They are innovative, and so this freshness, this is what we need from time to time. And that's why in our service we have a regular take-in on an annual basis. And of course, there we have that generational change. And of course, we pay attention to the fact that it's gender balanced. So the intake of men and women is, well, 50%, 50%. When I did my attaché classes, which is the professional training, it was a 2 years training, we were 42 as a take-in, and out of those 42, well, I think it was 20 exactly were women. So I would say pretty balanced.
Thank you. So back to Vattai. Because you was born in Phnom Penh and raised in Phnom Penh as well, but do you think there are challenges faced by you yourself as a girl, as a woman, and as a female student in law?
As I was born in Phnom Penh, but regarding the challenges that I face is that most of the women and the girls, they are still afraid in raising their voice. Sometimes I can say women has a lot of idea. The ambassador was one mentioned. Women are smart, but most of them are hesitate to show their potentials. So from me to the young Cambodian girls or Cambodian women, I would like to say, do not let fear define your limits. You need to step out of your comfort zone. I can say moving out of the comfort zone is intimidating, it's exhausting, but it is one of the way to learn and to strengthen yourself for a better life. And for me, I was once saying, the ambassador and everyone's here is the source of my inspiration. So I hope all the young Cambodian women who are watching here, they can take me as their source of inspirations too.
Maybe your experience today can inspire others to step, like who are afraid to take on into the leadership skills or goals, to consider again about to fight with their hesitation. So, Mr. Ambassador, so what advice would you give to young Cambodian, especially girls, who wish to explore or pursue in the field of diplomacy? Any advices you would like to share?
Well, it's a simple advice. If this is your dream, just go for it, because, well, you need to define goals, and then just go for them. You will make it happen. I think don't underestimate yourself. Be self-confident. This is what matters, and do not think that men can do it better. That's not the case. I think every job in life that a man can do, a woman can do as good. Let's turn it that way.
So my last question to Norakvattey, maybe similar questions to what you answered earlier, but do you have any other advices to maybe younger generations than you to fight with their scare, to fight with their hesitation toward pursuing their future goals?
So once again, from me to the younger generations, I would say, first thing first is to step out of their comfort zone, and also remember that your perspective matters, and all of your contributions is also valuable. So please come and share your perspective to the another level of the development of the country.
Oh, I have one last question. Like for two of you, like, could you please share your reflections, the overall reflections for today's activities? Like, for you, you accompany her, and then you take up the role as the German ambassador for a day. So, what's your reflections? Maybe you can start first, Mr. Ambassador.
With pleasure. Well, first of all, my thanks goes to Plan International for having organized today's Girls Takeover Day, and special thanks goes to Bate for having taken that role. For me, it was quite a relaxing day, because I knew from the very first moment I have someone by my side who can really take my role for the day, and she has shown well, a high degree of proficiency, of efficiency, and she was master of today's program. So thank you very much. It was, well, in a nutshell, it was a great day. It was a great experience, and I hope it will be repeated soon.
Thank you. As for me, my personal reflections is that I am really grateful for this opportunity as the ambassador. Really thankful to the ambassador once again, and the Plan International Cambodia for this grateful opportunity. It's actually gave me one of a wonderful experiences with regard to, I can say I am not a person who is into talking, but when I take this role, I need to challenge myself into asking questions, giving the discussions with, I can say, the high-ranking levels officer, so that it boosts my, I can say, my diplomatic skills in speaking with people and communicate with people. Yes.
So it might be exhausting for two of you, like joining many discussions and meeting today. So that's it from me. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador and Norakvattey, for your time. And I hope that their experiences can inspire or give some insightful thoughts or hopes for other Cambodians as well. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.